Hey everyone, James Hewlett here, founder and CEO of Hype Consulting. We're going to start doing a little bit of a blog, and it's going to be a little bit different than a regular blog. We're going to do some tutorials, kind of show you how to do some different things on Meta and other platforms, and just some tips and tricks that we've learned that we don't mind sharing. We're going to do one of that today. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to go back out here. So this is a new campaign that I am doing for this. It's just kind of a dummy campaign that I'm going to show you how to do some things. Today, we're going to talk about campaign budget optimization or Advantage Plus budget, which is this Advantage campaign budget here. Facebook likes to roll out all these tools, and they like you to use them. And typically, when you use them, you get good results. But there are situations where you might or might not want to use something like this. So if you create a new campaign, just to start off, just in case you don't know, the campaign is what goal you want from the ads. In this case, we've chosen awareness, you can do traffic, engagement, leads, app promotion, sales. There's other options in here too, but we're going to go over those. But I've chosen awareness. That just means I want people to be aware of something that I'm offering them. So if you turn campaign budget optimization on here, we're going to use $10 a day here. That's just the kind of the default that it put there anyway, but you can do whatever you want. What will happen is when you get to the ad set level here, I've got ad engagers and video viewers, two different audiences that I might want to show something to. When you get to this level, if you use campaign budget optimization, Facebook will give more budget to the ad set that it believes is more successful. So in this case, my goal is to maximize reach of ads. If I wanted to maximize ad recall lift, change the performance goal here, ad recall lift is what Facebook describes basically as someone's ability to remember your ad. So if Facebook believes that the ad engagers are more likely to remember your ad, it's going to serve more ads in this category than it will in video viewers, meaning it's going to spend more money here than it will for video views. There are other situations, though, that might arise where maybe you don't want to have campaign budget optimization. Say maybe you want your ad engagers and your video viewers to both be able to recall your ads, remember them. That sounds like a good idea. And so maybe you don't want Facebook to allocate the budget how it sees fit. You can turn that off here. And then instead, you're going to see ad set budget optimization right here, where you can force budget into each group. So each one has got $5 now. So there are different scenarios where this might be great. If you've got a business that is 75% female and 25% male, maybe you'd want to have a women's ad set and a men's ad set. And the women's ad set gets $7.50 a day and men's only gets $2.50. Either one of those is great, is a great example of how you would want to use ad set budget optimization. And then when you get to your ads, you have to think about what you want to serve to those people, obviously. But for the purposes of our discussion today, we're just talking about those two things. There are a lot of agencies that will run ad set budget optimization only because they want to force the budget in front of whatever group they have. A great example would be like if you had age banded targeting where you had like 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, and you had so on and so on. You had different ad sets, maybe 5 or 6 of them with different age groups, and you wanted to make sure that they all saw the ads equally. That would be a way to do it. In my personal opinion, I'm not a fan of age-banded targeting in most cases because we want to let Facebook do what it does best, which is serve to the people who are responding, especially if you're trying to get leads or something like that. The last thing that you would want to do is kind of put a chokehold on Facebook and not let it spend the budget where it's most useful, because potentially you could have one group of people that was filling out lots of lead forms and the other one wasn't. You'd be spending money to get them to not fill out lead forms. So it depends on what your goal is. But those are the two different kinds of budget optimization that you have with Facebook. They have an option of there's campaign budget level optimization that we talked about, which lets Facebook kind of, choose between which ad set is most profitable, or you can force it like we did just a second ago, and you can tell Facebook exactly how much you want it to spend for each ad set. I hope that this has been helpful for you. And I hope that you'll check back on our page for future updates and see some new tips and tricks that we come out with. Okay, thanks so much.